Hi, welcome to the ActiveCount100 training video series. This tutorial applies to both the ActiveCount100 and ActiveCount100H from Lighthouse Worldwide Solutions. Today we'll be learning how to sample compressed gases. To sample compressed gases, you will need the compressed gas adapter. Before you start compressed gas sampling, you will want to verify that the flow rate is exactly 100 liters per minute. To sample compressed gases, go to the configuration menu and select compressed gas mode. Once you have selected compressed gas mode, select the volume of air you wish to sample. When you go back to the main menu, you will see a meter that represents your flow rate. In compressed gas mode, the ActiveCount100 will not be able to regulate flow rate, so you will have to regulate flow rate using the valve on the compressed gas adapter. To find the initial position of the valve, go to the settings menu and go to gas sample. This is where you will adjust the flow rate and find the initial position of the valve. And then follow the instructions on the screen. The first step is to remove the compressed gas adapter and allow the unit to sample room air. Then you'll wait for 10 seconds and allow the unit to sample compressed air. Then follow the instructions on the screen. Attach the adapter and turn on your compressed air source. Here I have a compressed dry air, and I will use my valve on the compressed dry air line as a coarse adjustment to my flow rate. And I will monitor the instrument and try to achieve a 0% error on the flow rate. Once you get pretty close to that, you can then use the smaller valve on the adapter to achieve 0% error. And so you can rotate this clockwise to decrease the flow rate or counterclockwise to increase the flow rate. And so I'm going to be increasing the flow rate until I see a green check mark here instead of this red X. So once I have achieved 0% error, then I can start to perform a compressed gas sample. Once you're done with this screen, you can go back to the main screen and start an actual sample, because on the main screen then we have our countdown timer, and we also have the ability to create data records. So we can stop this and go back to the home screen or the main screen, and we see that we're approximately at 0% error, and we have initial position of the valve, so we don't need to adjust the valve anymore. Once we're back on the main screen, then we can go ahead and remove the impactor head so that we can insert the Petri dish. Then remove the lids from the Petri dish, attach the impactor heads, and press the start button. And now we're sampling compressed gas at the correct flow rate. Now, typically when you're sampling room air, you can walk away from the instrument at this point. But when we're sampling compressed gas, you will want to stand by the instrument and ensure that the flow rate remains at the correct 100 liters per minute. If you start to lose pressure in your gas line, then you'll want to adjust the valve and ensure that you're always at the correct flow rate. If you do go out of range, then the sample will be aborted. So let me show you what happens if the sample is aborted. You will get a red light here, the instrument will beep, and you will get a message that says the sample has been aborted, so you'll need to start over and get a new Petri dish. So ensure that this does not happen, so you'll want to stand by the instrument and ensure that the flow rate does not go out of range. That concludes our training video for compressed gas sampling on the ActiveCount100 and ActiveCount100H. For more information, visit our website at www.golighthouse.com. Thank you for watching.